So throughout the counting of the Omer between Passover and Shavuot, one of the customs is not to cut our hair. It's in order to diminish the happiness and joy. But if that's the case, shouldn't long-haired hippies be required to cut their hair? Welcome to the Cabo Jewish Center's video blog as we begin the book of Numbers, the fourth of the 5 books of Moses, with the Torah portion of Bamidbar. The big book of Numbers. One cow eating soup. 2 chickens. 2 chickens eating birthday cake. No, you schloog. Not that book of Numbers, the biblical one. Yeah, much longer and no pictures. So just how significant are you? How much do you matter in the grand scheme of things? Especially in these modern times when our ever-increasing knowledge of the world and science keeps showing us just how vast and tremendous the universe is. In fact, such knowledge seems to make us feel smaller and smaller, less significant and less significant. It's like if we continue studying science, we're gonna get so tiny that we'll disappear altogether. So anyways, it's a month after the tabernacle has been inaugurated in the desert, and God commands Moses to take a 3rd census of the Jewish people. The Torah then finds it important enough to tell us just how many people there were in each tribe, giving us a grand total sum of 603,550 males between the ages of 20 and 60, representing each of their households. This account in the Torah is so bizarre, and it seems to challenge so many of the basic fundamentals in Jewish belief in God, that it actually makes my beard tingle. For one, does God really need to count us? Did he really not know how many people there were? The all-knowing, all-powerful creator of everything, and he doesn't know how to count? For real! Secondly, when governments decide to take a census of the population, it's never the president and the prime minister who go knocking on doors to make the count. They almost always send people who otherwise would be out of work. Going around and taking a census is certainly not looked at as a high-ranking job title. Yes, sir. Well, what was my last active job? I was the senior manager for the counting department of census takers for the zip code of 72937. Yet in the census of the Jewish people in the desert, God commands 2 of the holiest people around, Moses and his brother the high priest Aaron, to go door to door counting the Jewish people. Do they have nothing better to do with their lives? Are rabbis that bored? Yeah, you think I'm going to be making a joke now about rabbis being all bored, me making the video. And finally, why all the petty details? If it was necessary to count the Jewish people, fine. But why does the Torah tell us the population numbers for each of the tribes, their encampments, and everyone together? Is the Torah just like TFSing? Getting totally carried away with random facts? So anyways, Swifty, my pet hamster, he had like 8 episodes of pneumonia, and then check this, our cleaning lady put bleach in with my favorite Avengers outfit, and when it came out I was like, oh, it looks just like Dr. Skull! I'm never wearing that again. Hey, do you want to see my frog collection? I have like 35 of these totally awesome... The numbers the Torah gives were only relevant at that time in the desert, and have never mattered since, nor will they ever seem to matter. Ever! So what relevance could these numbers ever have to us in the 21st century? The answer is that now they have nothing, yet everything to do with us. Let's analyze this for a second. When somebody counts something, he's making 3 statements, perhaps even unintentionally. Number 1, he lets it be known that he deeply values whatever it is he's counting. Number 2, he counts each unit as an equally single number. In other words, they are all equal in valuing just one, despite their qualitative differences. And finally, each individual number is necessary in contributing to the grand sum total. If just one number is missing, then the total will just not quite be the same. The commentaries explain that this is precisely the reason why God continuously relates to us his counting of the Jewish people while in the desert. Simply put, he's just madly in love with us. Part of nature is that when somebody cherishes something, he constantly takes it out and looks at it, analyzes it, and holds it close. If any of you ever held a significant amount of money in your possessions, you know what I'm talking about. Not that I myself know what I'm talking about. I'm just like speculating. But seriously, every 3 minutes you find yourself pulling out the stash and counting it, organizing it, and making sure that everything's still there since 3 minutes ago. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Well, God continuously counts us in the Torah. By counting us, he declares loud and clear that he loves us, and he can't get enough of us. Each of us are tremendously important to him. By counting us, God also lets it be known that he doesn't love us because of any qualities or accomplishments that we may have. Rather, each person is equally worth only one. Moses is worth no more than one, and the sinners are worth no less than one. That's because he doesn't count our actions or our deeds. He counts our essence. That part of us which remains pure, holy, and cherished, too deep to be affected by our actions. This is what God loves. And finally, he counts us to tell us just how much we matter. If we are missing from that census, then the entire number will be incomplete. And why did God send Moses and Aaron, the two holiest people, to go door to door and count us? Because such an incredible display of love and affection required only the holiest and best to reveal that tremendous value and importance within each of us. So the next time you look around and find yourself thinking just how worthless and insignificant you are, turn your Numbers book back to the first chapter and re-experience that remarkable declaration of love that God shows you, empowering you to get up and get to work, making this entire world a better place for everyone. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach, and have an amazing week.